Hello? Is it working now? I see the lines, okay. Apologies for that. I have been messing with USB things on my computer trying to get my tablet to work again. Okay, alright, there we go. So, hey guys, thank you very much for the 8-month sub, King Captain. That is really appreciated, and it's kind of wild that I've been an affiliate for 8 months. Also, thank you, Nick, as usual, for the host. Now we're back to screaming in misery because it's Danganronpa time. We left off in the middle of Chapter 5's Daily Life section. We explored the next area of the school, found a classroom with a lot of blood and then chalk outlines of bodies everywhere, and then Kyoko showed up in our room at midnight asking us to go somewhere with her. So, not sure how that's gonna go. Alright. Alright. Let's just get right to it. Yeah, sure, I'm sure the Danganronpa bridge thing would have had quite a lot to say about that if it had continued to this point. Oh, okay, they're just talking. Yes, the Bepsi. The Bepsi is here. Wait. When did I say this? When did I say that? Was that like last stream or what? From several streams ago, then why wasn't it quoted? How do you still remember this? How do you still remember this? Then again, I shouldn't underestimate your ability. Ah, okay. Again, I was gonna add that quote about Satan from Lilac, but oh well. Also, I forgot to turn that off. How do I go? Library. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna... Oh, come on. Come on. Alright, let's just get going before you guys incriminate me even more. Okay, so she made us meet her in the dressing room where there's no cameras, so I'm assuming this is very important. So, let's see.
Hey.
Sorry for asking you to meet with me so late. It's okay. I'm used to it.
Correct.
Indeed.
So then...
Well then, let me get straight to the point. It's something you can't talk about. It's something you can't talk about in front of the surveillance cameras, right? So does that mean... Does this have something to do with whatever it is you stole from Monokuma? Monokuma told us earlier that someone had stolen something from him. Was it you?
Indeed.
That's right. So I was right. But what did you steal?
So...
I stole this. A key? But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. Where did you get this?
So...
From the headmaster's room. What? You snuck into the headmaster's room? But wasn't it locked?
However...
The lock was broken. What?
Correct.
It was Sakura. She did it for us. She did?
Indeed.
Remember what she said in her note. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. So, Sakura broke into the headmaster's room for us?
That's right.
So that we could uncover whatever secrets might lay hidden within. She did that for us. She violated the school regulations to help us. She'd already decided to die, so her last act was to defy the rules of this place.
Indeed.
I noticed the room was open after the class trial was over yesterday. But if I had just strolled into the room, Monokuma would have noticed right away, which is why I used you as a decoy. So you asked me to meet you at the data center in order to...
Correct.
I wanted you to draw Monokuma's attention. I took that opportunity to sneak into the headmaster's room, and as a result, I found this key. Why do people keep using us? Wow. Then what you told me about yesterday, did that come from the headmaster's room too?
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Yes, we've repeated the scene about 5 times.
The 16th student.
And I still forgot her
hidden
name.
Somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Did you find out about this Mukuro Ikusaba while you were in there? Being used for his washing. Oh, poor Makoto.
Indeed.
I did find a file in the headmaster's room that talked about her, yes. I don't know all the details yet, but one thing I do know is that Mukuro Ikusaba is dangerous. Dangerous?
In other words...
She may very well be the mastermind. The mastermind? But didn't Alter Ego say that the headmaster was probably the mastermind?
Wrong.
No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right. To make such a strong statement without proof, that's not like Kyoko at all. But if it isn't the headmaster, does that mean Mukuro Ikusaba really could be the mastermind?
Anyway...
This key is the one big opportunity we've been waiting to get our hands on. Now that we've grasped it, we can't let it go, can we? Sure, but I mean, what's this key even unlock?
So...
I don't know yet, which is why I need you to draw Monokuma's attention again while I go and find out. Wait, so you're planning on sneaking back in again? Remarkably peppy music suddenly comes on. You can't! That's way too dangerous! And you want me to draw his attention, but we don't actually know there's just one mastermind, right? If there's more than one person watching us...
Is that right?
But they didn't catch on last night, right? Well, at least she told us this time! Maybe we just got lucky.
Hey.
Or maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Huh? Like I said, we didn't get caught last night. But as you said, maybe it was pure luck. Which is why we're going to run the experiment one more time. And if we're successful again, then what may have just been a lucky guess will be proven true. As Kyoko talked, she was calm and collected as ever. I couldn't help but just stand there and listen.
Hey.
If it's true that the mastermind can't watch us and control Monokuma at the same time, then there would have to be a period of time where the mastermind is vulnerable. What we need to do is find out for sure if that's actually true, and if we can exploit it. Maybe, but no matter what the reward, the risk is just too high. When I think what might happen if we fail... So this is why she didn't tell us, because Makoto is absolutely faithless even after all of this time. Right.
Why is that?
I don't think you need to worry all that much. After all, with minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion. No restrictions have been placed on our efforts to solve the mystery. Am I wrong? Even when I took the key, I didn't break any rules as far as I can tell. But if the mastermind decides to do something, all the rules in the world won't matter. He could just kill us all without a second thought. I see. In that case, even if the plan fails, we'll still be able to prove or disprove that hypothesis. What?
Correct.
In a moment of crisis, will the mastermind break their own rules, or adhere to them no matter what?
In other words...
We gain something whether we succeed or not. Now there's no reason not to do it, right? But...
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice.
Hey.
Am I wrong? At that moment, I finally realized I had never seen the slightest hint of fear or despair in Kyoko's eyes. Her gaze was firmly fixed on the mystery ahead, the enemy standing before us, with that in view, she just smiled. I can't change how I feel, and wouldn't if I could. Then Kyoko took something from her coat pocket and held it out to me. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. If something happens...
However...
I'm not planning on dying, but there's always a chance of it, and a death without meaning is unappealing.
Hey.
Please, I want you to hold on to it for me. Fine, I'll hold on to it just because you've asked me to. But I'm gonna give it back at some point. You can be sure of that.
Indeed.
Yes, of course.
Hey.
Oh, and one more thing. You can't tell anyone else about what I've discovered. Sure, because then there's a chance the mastermind might find out, right?
Indeed.
Well, there's that too. Huh? You mean there's something else?
Well...
It's nothing. Forget I said anything. I can't just forget that easily.
So then...
Okay then. Shall we begin?
Makoto.
I'm counting on you, Makoto. I just have to get Monokuma's attention, right? Well, I'll give it my best shot.
Goodbye.
I'm going on ahead. The rest is up to you. Hello there, Negi Makoto. Good to see ya. Her curt goodbye was no different from any other time. And like every other time, she moved at a brisk pace as she left. What wasn't like every other time was the sudden knot I felt in my stomach as I watched her walk away. No, everything's gonna be fine. I know it. Because it's Kyoko. Talking to myself helped shake off some of my anxiety. And then I got to work. Okay, let's do this. Hey, Monokuma! You can see me, right? Get out of here! I've got a bone to pick with you! Then, a few moments later...
Monokuma appears!
Well, this is a surprise! You being the one to call me out!
Hey!
Hey, by the way... Huh?
Most suspicious.
What were you and Kyoko up to? Going to the bathroom? Just the two of you in the middle of the night? Definitely a hot and steamy moment, wouldn't you say? So warm. I appreciate that. I wonder if that was actually in the Japanese version. All over her, didn't you? Not gonna talk, huh? Sure, I get it. Well, whatever. Unlike you, I have absolutely no interest in late-night bath scenes. Because I like to maintain a healthy life of observation, far away from X-rated exploits. Oh, so is that why there's no surveillance cameras in the bathhouse?
Wow.
Bullseye! Or is it maybe because the lens gets all fogged up and you can't see anything anyway? Sounds like that's the bullseye to me.
You need something?
Yeah, nice wording there, Nick. Anyway, you went to all that trouble to get me out here, now what do you want? Oh, well, there's just something I wanted to confirm with you.
Say what?
Whether I'm a mademoiselle or a dude fella?
Actually...
But in the Bear Kingdom, there is no male or female. Actually, there is.
What?
Seriously?
My entire existence!
Then what am I?
This is kinda depressing.
That's enough. I'll get stuck if I think about it too much. So what did you really want to ask me? Oh well, you told us earlier that your precious had been stolen. What's this precious of yours?
What are you thinking?
Listen, I'm sure this is a silly question. No way it's possible and all, but... Is that seriously what you dragged me out here to ask me? You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be 100 megaton freaking kidding me! You're not gonna ask something useful like how to get the best honey or Zyme breeding tips? This is just crazy. Are all pubescent teen boys as nutty as you?
What the heck?
God, you're so annoying! Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and... That's it! What was that second thing? It's a blank, stupid! A secret! Fill it in yourself! Making me trudge all the way down here for that. I'd like to see what's going on in that brain of yours. And the next time you summon me for something so stupid, I'll open up your skull and found out. Dropping more than a few swear words, Monokuma stormed off. Whew. I was trying to make the dial-up noise, but I just kind of sounded like I was doing a bad impression of an elephant. I hope I kept him distracted long enough. Now all I can do is wait and hope Kyoko makes it out okay. No, she'll be fine. It's Kyoko after all. I'm sure she's fine, right? I went back to my room and laid down, doing my best to settle my nerves and get back to sleep.
Monokuma Theater, brought to you by Spike Toonsoft Company Limited.
Honestly, I should have been expecting you to break the fourth wall at some point. I'm just surprised. I should be just surprised that it took you this long. Wait, what's going on? 3D rendered Sakura? Fighting an army. And giant Monokuma dancing. Sakura's Revenge, the game the world has been waiting for. Unfortunately, development has been cancelled. Of course, if enough people buy Danganronpa, who knows? So buy copies for you and all your friends. Pooh! The super stylish, super fashionable game was cancelled during development. But it'll start back up again if Danganronpa sells well.
Then you guys have to recommend it to your friends, too.
I'm sorry? I don't know what just happened. This is worse than that whole shrimp bit he was going on about. Hey, Jijan Breaker? I don't know if I pronounced your name right, but good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I want that Sakura game.
Good morning, kid.
That Sakura game. I mean, somebody got this for my birthday a couple years ago, so I already had it. Literally everybody somehow pronounces my name right, but says they got it wrong. Jijan Breaker, yeah. Well, I don't understand, because your name seems like it would be easy to pronounce wrong. But then people will look at my name and go Paperleer. It's like it's a foreign language. I don't know. My body feels so heavy this morning. It must be because I was up so late last night. Anyway, I need to get to the dining hall. Pepperleer. Lar. I'm running in the halls, but Kiyotaka's dead, so he's not gonna care.
What?
You're 1 minute late, Makoto. How do you explain this? Sorry, I'm not feeling so great today.
What's your problem?
You really think a tired excuse like that is gonna work? Huh? Are you allowed to talk again? I don't recall giving you permission. Well, I just thought, I mean, since a day had passed, did it maybe reset? Sorry, please don't hate me. Whatever my punishment is, I'll accept it. Oh, there's a sign from my neck that says, "Bad girl, I'll clean your bathroom with my toothbrush." If you stop making disgusting comments like that, maybe I can forgive you. Thank you. I won't make any more disgusting comments, I promise. If I do, you can stuff my mouth full of trash. As long as it's you and no one else, I don't mind. It's no use. She's disgusting to the bone.
So,
Anyway, where's Kyoko? I haven't seen her this morning.
Could it be?
Not cool! This is worse than being late for lunch, for a date, for your wedding, for anything. Maybe she's mad about what happened yesterday and she's not gonna show up anymore. I can't tell the others why Kyoko might not be here. The best thing to do right now is just keep quiet.
Very strange.
Whatever her reason, I'm curious to know what she is doing. I know she's not in her room, so...
You know?
Oh yeah, you still have her key, right?
What's this?
Ah, are you looking for Miss Kirigiri? Yeah, what do you want now?
Hey!
Right. You're wondering where Miss Kirigiri is, right? Do you know where she is?
Ooh.
Well, it's hard to say.
Huh?
You don't know either?
What?
It's because he doesn't know. That's why he's here. To try and prod us for information.
Uh-huh.
Hey, don't you hate it when you ask someone what their favorite movie is and they name some indie bullcrap?
This is
I
very
feel like I'm getting whiplash the way he changes subjects like that. Thank goodness, it looks like Monokuma really didn't notice. So I guess our plan went off just fine last night. Which could mean...
Hey,
maybe the mastermind can't monitor us control Monokuma at the same time. Had she been right about that?
Hey!
So, was I right? You're looking for Miss Kirigiri! Any idea where she might have gone? We have no idea.
What the heck?
And even if we did know, we wouldn't tell you.
What the heck?
For serious. I see. Well, fine. Whatever. I don't even care anymore. Sayonara, suckers! As soon as he was gone, we all glanced around at each other. So, what was that just now? Does that mean Monokuma doesn't know where she is either? It would seem that way.
You know?
Where the heck could she have gone? Don't you think we should all go look for her? And how would you suggest we approach that task? Even Monokuma can't seem to locate her.
Very suspicious.
Yeah, how can he not know where she is?
yeah, totally.
So strange. Kyoko must have used that key to sneak into some unknown part of the school. Somewhere even Monokuma wouldn't notice? Where could it be? We spent the rest of breakfast talking about where Kyoko could have gone. Also, this is the second day. They said something would happen 3 days after the trial. Afterwards, we returned to our rooms. Whew. Breakfast didn't help me feel any more upbeat, that's for sure. I feel like this is more than just me staying up late last night. Alright, we have free time. Good memory? Of course I was gonna remember that. Ugh. Okay, so... I probably should at least have one conversation with Toko and Byakuya, but I don't want to. No, seriously, where is everyone? Fifth floor, probably? Yeah, everybody's on the fifth floor. I'll see what their deal is. I also found out what that plant is. I mean, it's colloquially called a corpse flower, but we actually have one here. It bloomed like a year or two ago. We have one in, like, the botanical gardens. When are we ever gonna get out of here? Not that I have much to look forward to if I did get out. Sure.
What's your problem?
Oh, more pity. Aren't you such a good person showing me all this pity? I spent some time with Toko. Toko and I grew a little closer today. I don't really know. I thought Toko totally hated me. But it's not like she's going out of her way to avoid me. Still, we're not actually talking either. Hey, Toko?
What's your problem?
Wait, you have a question? You have a question for your classmate? Well, is she happy? So I kinda asked before, but what do you like to do in your spare time? I just write. I'm serialized, so I'm always really busy. And when I'm not writing, I'm studying. I'm not an idiot like you. I had to go and open my big mouth again. You must hate me for sure now, right? Oh, we did talk to her once, I think. No, it really didn't bother me. But I can't believe you actually write novels and that people all over the world read them. So, how do you get your ideas for what you write? Is it like real-life experience, or... Are you stupid? What? I told you, didn't I? I write romance novels. How could I use my real-life experience for that? It's all for my imagination. It's just delusions. Delusions let you fall in love as much as you want, even if you never do in real life. Or are you saying you can't write romance unless you already have lots of experience in love? No, not at all. It's okay, I'm used to people making fun of me. But someday I'll show them. I'll get pretty someday and show them all. Boiling over like magma, Togo stormed off. This time I'm sure she hates me. Maximum skill points increased. So then I head back to my room. I feel even worse than I did this morning. My body feels like lead, and now I'm getting chills. This is bad. I think I might be getting sick. That's going to wind up being important. Okay, we've never talked to Byakuya. So they're in the dining hall. Yeah, we don't have so many skill points. We don't need anything. Alright, is Byakuya gonna be a halfway decent human being? Scurrying around again, huh? Looking at you makes me physically ill.
That's fine.
Fine, I don't mind allowing you to indulge in my attention. I hope you appreciate this. DR2 does a lot better with skills, yeah. Spend some time with Byakuya. Byakuya and I grew a little closer today. Question mark? I have a question for you. Huh? You do?
That's right.
Something's been bothering me for a while now, and I can't take it anymore. So to answer my question, I need you to explain to me what exactly your ultimate lucky student title means. Oh, well, I don't totally get it myself, but what I do know is that I was picked at random from a pool of normal students.
So, in other words...
So you just got into Hope's Peak by blind luck? Oh, absolutely not, Nick. I see. Well, that answers my question. What was the question? How a commoner like you with absolutely no unique talents or abilities could get into this school. I have solved, like, every case so far. Oh, I forgot to mention boring. How boring. A talented, utterly generic commoner got in. Well, that answers my question about whether you're gonna act like a decent human being. Boring, generic. I'm an anime protagonist! Did you really have to list all that off?
Naturally.
But it's the truth. Maybe compared to you, the ultimate affluent progeny and all. But even I... You seem to think it's merely an issue of title, but make no mistake. My lineage, intelligence, figure, athletic ability, they are all ultimate.
In other words...
Which is to say, I am the ultimate perfection. Feel free to begin calling me that, in fact. He is really taking this to the extreme. You who have nothing, I who have everything. We are living proof that all men are not created equal. You have my pity, Makoto. Life can be very cruel indeed. And because I pity you so much, perhaps someday I'll allow you to hear my tale of glory. Consider it a blessing, a gift from me to you, to allow you to bask in my glory. Having finished his mean-spirited lecture, Byakuya left me standing there in silence. I learned one thing about Byakuya today. Anytime I talk to him, I need to be prepared for extreme psychological trauma. Cool and composed. At least we got a skill, but I doubt we're talking to him again. We're not talking to him again. I did my best to keep my spirit from shattering like glass and went back to my room. Oh, spooky music. Ugh, I'm getting the chills. Does this have to do with whatever they're doing to our bodies? I feel kind of dizzy. I can't help it. I need sleep. Nighttime wasn't for a while, but I felt like my body had reached its limit. So as I dropped down on my bed, I felt like I was falling into a bottomless pit. I was unconscious before my head hit the pillow. Well, that's not quite true. I didn't pass out completely. It's more like my consciousness went dim. I weaved back and forth between sleep and wakefulness. Just all to say. I was restless. At some point, I found myself wandering through a strange dream. Within the dream, a voice echoed across the walls of my mind.
I understand.
That voice. It's so familiar. It's...
I understand.
It's me.
I understand. I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
Huh? What am I trying to say?
Hope. This is all for hope. And that's why I have to stay. I have to stay here.
Well, things just got weird. I mean, weirder.
My dream just now. What? So strange. Huh?
Oh! Oh, hi! Oh, hi! You're here now. Okay. Hello? Hello? I would like people to stop sneaking into my room now. Do I ever lock my door? I should probably do that. I should probably lock my door sometimes. That legitimately startled me.
Kyoko? What did you say?
Every day is peaceful, every day is joyful. Happy days from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. Wishing only for those unchanging, unending happy days, days of boredom repeating forever and ever. No abnormalities as far as the eye can see. Life without the tiniest speck of abnormality.
If the world were like that, I'd consider that pretty damn abnormal.
Am I supposed to have a clue what in the frick is happening right now? Any idea at all?
Good.
What is going on anymore?
Get ready to...
Okay, good, because I don't. It took longer than usual for me to open my eyes. I let out a deep sigh to bring myself up the rest of the way. The chills, the aches, the unfathomable lethargy, they all disappeared in the night. You're gonna be in the dark for another hour or so. Well, at least it's only an hour. All that was left was me, drenched in sweat. It wasn't just because of whatever bug I'd caught either. It was also the dream I'd had. What the hell was that? I don't know either. I mean, was it even really a dream? Well, that I know. I was desperate to recall it. I scrambled to grab onto fragments of the dream and reel them up from the depths of my memory. That's right, I remember last night. I came down with a fever and couldn't quite get to sleep. And I heard a voice I didn't really understand. And then... all of a sudden, I was awake. There was a strange person standing next to my bed wearing a mask. And they were holding a knife. I want to say I fought him off, but I don't actually remember. Were you, like, killed in an alternate universe or something? I felt like my mind had been detached from my body, burning up with fever. I was somewhere far away, watching my body move on its own, and because of that, I don't remember what really happened. But still, I feel like I resisted them desperately, feverishly. After that, things go black again. The next thing I remember... Kyogo was there. But what would she have been doing in my room? What a strange dream. No, was it really a dream? How can I possibly find out either way? Also, this is the third day, so things are about to get interesting. I should look for some kind of evidence. Oh, apparently we're looking around my room again. I open the desk drawer and... huh? It's empty. There's nothing there. Wait, nothing inside? That's strange. Because it definitely wasn't before. I'm positive I put the knife I got from Toko in here. Wait, that means... the knife they told me to keep safe. I knew it, I just had a feeling. It wasn't a dream after all. But if that's true, this all makes even less sense. Why would someone have wanted to attack me? And who was that behind the mask? And why was Kyoko... what the hell is going on? Well, I don't think I'm gonna figure it out on my own. I should head to the dining hall. Then I can talk to everyone else about it. Yeah, I'm just as lost as him. I was 2 steps ahead of everyone in the last case until they pulled the rug out from under me, and now this!
Makoto?
Oh, Makoto! Yep, that's Makoto. Sure as the sky's blue. Hey, Hina. You really had me worried, you know? What happened to you last night? Worried? Yeah, right after nighttime hit, we all went to get you. We were hammering away at your doorbell, but you never answered. We thought maybe you'd been... you know. I mean, not that it actually happened. I mean, nobody here would want to, you know. So anyway, what were you doing? I didn't feel good, so I went right to bed. I had no idea you guys even showed up. But why did you come to get me? Did something happen? Well, lots of stuff, actually. I'm not sure I can really explain.
Okay.
Let's go meet up with everyone else, then they can tell you all about it. So is everyone waiting somewhere else or something?
That's right.
Oh yeah, we all stayed up the whole night. The whole night? I lost to rock, paper, scissors, so I had to come get breakfast for everyone.
Okay.
So you got here just in time. Come on, help me carry it. Okay, sure. Everyone's in the gym. Hurry up, I'll meet you there. The gym? Why is everyone in the gym? Why does no one tell me anything? And the entire night. No one tells me anything. Swear. Oh, there he is.
Huh?
This is
Oh,
worse
hey,
than being late
Makoto.
for your wedding, the birth of your son, and your own funeral all at once.
What?
Jeez, to show up now like it's no big deal. You made us stay up all night when you slept like a baby in your bed. I wouldn't say like a baby. Just like Hina said, everyone was there. Besides Kyoko. And then I noticed they formed a circle around something. As soon as I saw what that something was. What the... Before I could catch myself, I'd cried out. Spread out in front of them were the remains of Monokuma? I need something stronger than Pepsi to get me through this.
What are you doing? What does it look like? We're dismantling it to see what makes it tick.
I mean, we do what we did. Do what we did with Sakura, try and get the door open.
Dismantling? But I mean, that's Monokuma you're messing with, right?
Yeah, that's right.
She's not phased.
Relax, there's no danger. You say that, but... What is this? What are you guys doing? Seriously, what are you thinking? How can you say tearing apart something like that isn't dangerous?
Hey, come
Well,
on.
I guess I'll handle this. I'll explain what's going on, Makoto, because that's how much I like you. Byakuya found this little fella laying around, then we tore it apart. That doesn't explain anything!
What?
Just before we went to bed last night, I came to the gym to try and talk to Monokuma. Apparently Monokuma's dead, Kyoko's missing, and, Masked Man appeared at our bed after we got a fever, and then Kyoko appeared also, and the knife we got from Toko is gone. I have absolutely no idea what's going on. Like, straight up. I have absolutely no idea. I wanted to see if he had any new information about Kyoko's disappearance. And I found him here, just like normal. However, when I found him, he was no more than a regular toy. He didn't react, didn't say a word. You're saying he wasn't moving at all? I waited here until nighttime officially began, but still Monokuma lay there, motionless. I gathered everyone up as quickly as possible so they could take a look. Even then, he still didn't make a new move. So I immediately initiated the disassembly process. It was Master stroke of genius. A chance to find out what made Monokuma tick. One thing we discovered is that he's quite a sophisticated machine. It's leagues beyond any normal remote control toy. Who has enough free time to invest in something like that anyway? But besides that, what I'm wondering is, why did he stop moving all of a sudden? I thought maybe he had malfunctioned, but we didn't find any cause as we were taking him apart. Did Kyoko get to whatever control panel is using to control him? So if he didn't break down,
So in other words...
then maybe something happened to his puppeteer, the mastermind. Something unexpected. I can't imagine any other possibility. Something unexpected. They were probably so scared of Master they ran away in terror. Or maybe they got sick or something? Well, Monokuma made his announcement this morning, right? Who was that, if not the mastermind? Oh, I'm sure that's a recording. It's such what time those plays is necessary. It's true, he says the exact same thing every day, right? Hey guys, I don't think now's a good time for, like, conversation.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. A bomb? That's super bad, we need to get rid of it! Roger that. I mean, it didn't cause too large of an explosion when, like, Monokuma, or when, like, Mondo kicked him in the beginning. It appears the bomb has a motion sensor. Any sudden movements is sure to go off. Motion sensor? For serious? Oh, I'm starting to get all shaky.
Just a second.
Hey, get it together! You're a man, aren't you? I'm fine, I'm totally fine. You're so not fine. You're all Oh, I probably should have mentioned. The motion sensor is off right now. Jeez, don't scare me like that. God, you're like the world's most spineless worm of the century.
Don't be mean.
Hey, come on, the century's just getting started. Don't call the race already. Whatever, just hurry up and put the bomb down. Hanging onto it's not gonna do anyone any good. Oh yeah, good call.
Well?
Okay, it's down. Everything's all good. Hiro put the bomb down, but that wasn't my main concern at that point. My eyes were glued to Monokuma's remains. He just stopped moving all of a sudden. Was it really because something had happened to the mastermind that they weren't expecting? But what could that have been? When I thought about it, I couldn't help but think back to the night before. Being attacked by that masked figure.
Just a second.
Hey, Makoto? Huh?
Hey.
Don't us. Did you hear a thing we just said? Huh? So that's a no. What are you, some kind of brain-dead farm animal? Sorry. We were saying, since we're done dismantling Monokuma, what should we do now? We've decided to continue our offensive assault.
It's all clear now.
To try and uncover the mastermind's true identity, we're going to break into the headmaster's room. Really?
Naturally.
Since the mastermind appears to have stopped all activity, now's our chance. Wouldn't you agree? But if the mastermind comes back while we're in there...
What?
If you're scared, you're welcome to stay here by yourself. Or go live in the chicken coop with all the other chickens. You can be chicken number 6.
Such ignorance.
This is a battle, a fight to the death between us and the mastermind. We don't have time to deliberate.
But
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to kill each other or anyone else, but we have a chance now.
Come on.
So, what are you going to do? Are you going to run away, or are you going to fight? You're right, I'll go with you.
It's all clear.
Okay then, we're going to break into the headmaster's room. Everything comes down to this moment. Anything can happen, so prepare yourselves. It's all the ends of the earth. Sakura, if you can hear me, lend me your strength.
How about that?
I can do this. I'm a man and I can do this. I got the will of the entire universe on my side. We each found determination in our own ways, and when we were ready, we left the ship. Our target was the headmaster's room on the 4th floor of the school. I just thought it was gonna say we have to. Thought it was just gonna give us a generic. Whoa, we have to go to this room now. Naturally, Master's the one to show us his bravery. Just make sure you don't get in his way.
okay.
Sakura's gonna be watching over us, so we're definitely gonna find something to help us bring this to an end. Where's Hiro? Oh, here. Oh. We finally reached the climax! So let's hurry up and finish it before the mastermind catches us all.
Let's go.
This is where we expose every last detail of the mastermind. Is everyone ready? It's locked, as expected. So what are you gonna do?
What?
Isn't it obvious? We're going to tear this door off its hinges. Wait, but the rules say... We've seen that the mastermind isn't watching us. Those don't matter anymore.
But
But like Makoto said, if the mastermind did show up while we were in there,
So in other words...
then we'll just have to finish our business before that can happen.
hey,
Okay, sure, but
What?
we've come this far, we can't back down now. We agreed this is what we have to do, so we have to do it. So beautiful.
I mean,
We're serious?
What the heck?
We don't have any choice. We're desperate.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's rip this door down.
actually,
Okay, but how are we gonna do that? This thing looks pretty sturdy. Then we'll need something sturdy of our own. Oh, what about that one thing? The thing in the tool shed.
oh, so then,
Oh yeah, the pickaxe.
I see.
Interesting. That could very well be exactly what we need. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot now.
It's all clear.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01. That's straight up unreasonable. By myself?
Naturally.
Surely you like to have your me time once in a while, right? Well, if it's me and you time, Master, then yeah.
What?
You know how much time it took you to say that? 10 seconds. Take too long, and I'll erase your existence from my consciousness. It seems to move! With that, Toka ran off, loud as a herd of rabid elephants. That sounds like the kind of metaphor I'd come up with.
Hey.
For serious though, are we just gonna knock this door down? No problem is solved by running away. Find your stones and be a man. This is a serious game. It's a very serious thing we're going through right now. That's right. You can't move forward by always avoiding danger.
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
We know the danger, but if risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice.
Hey,
Am I wrong? Even if it's dangerous, we have to overcome the challenge in front of us. Maybe, but I'm still super stressed. I'm so tense I can hardly talk. I'm all flubus. No. I'm totally flap stuff. Gross, where did that come from? Wait, should have said Jill, where did you come from?
You called for me and so I appeared.
Hello, it's the one that first murdered. I can't talk because my tongue's sticking out of my mouth. Hello, it's the wonderful murderous fiend here to greet you with a razor-sharp smile. Hey, Dig Dug, thanks for stopping by. Nice to see you.
Come on.
What about the pickaxe? Where is it? I was supposed to pick an axe? No, you seeping imbecile. The pickaxe. Seeping imbecile? Oh, Master, you wooed me with your executive-level barbs. Here comes the bloody nose. Seriously, though, did you really forget the pickaxe?
Give it a rest.
Omega-3 fatty acids, is that what you need? Great for the old memory factory. But I think we already established that their memory doesn't carry over when they switch.
Not possible.
This is a level of uselessness I find difficult to tolerate.
Yes.
Ah, the light bulb just went on.
I see.
That's why I went to the garden, right? I was supposed to get the pickaxe. Alright, we solved our mystery. That means there's just one more mystery left. One more mystery? Now we just need to figure out the identity of Object X.
So,
Now what are you talking about? Did you already forget what we were talking about? You're like, missing out on life.
you've gotta be kidding.
I'm not missing out on life. In fact, I found one in the garden. What? What did you find? Corpus. Did you hear me? I said corpse. A corpse.
Yep.
That's right. I found a corpse in the garden. You found a corpse in the garden.
What
Well
did
then.
you say?
Before we enter the headmaster's room, it appears that we have something else to look into.
Come on.
We're going to the garden. Okay. As soon as we enter the garden, I saw it. I didn't want to, but... I saw someone laying on the ground with a mask covering their face. And there was a knife buried in their stomach up to the hilt. What the? Are they really dead? I remember this. I do indeed remember this. For sure, but who is it?
Danganronpa.
Just to make things clear. Last night, I was attacked by someone wearing a mask. And whoever that was, now they're... I don't know why, but now they're laying dead in front of me. I told you there was a corpse hanging out here.
No way.
Are they really dead? Is this really a dead body?
What?
You need to begin looking around right away. However, be ever so careful. There's no telling what you might find. Let's do like Scooby-Doo and solve this mystery, indeed. King Captain, it sheared 5 bits. Thank you very much, King Captain. Corpse time. Corpse party? No. We need to find out who this actually is. There's no way to tell with that mask covering their face like that. And the white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. The victim is a total mystery. But one thing I do know is that whoever this is, they attacked me last night. But why? How do they wind up dead in here? Just take off the mask! Their heart isn't beating. They're not breathing. All signs of life come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained bright Pepto-Bismol. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood there still is wet. Be careful you don't touch it and get some on you. How could you be so calm at a time like this? Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. I'm pretty sure it's a girl, at least.
Huh?
How can you tell?
Well,
I think I see the outline of her chest, and just the general shape of the body. Yeah, the more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl. Really? Then it could be... I should tear the mask clean off!
Come on.
Wait, don't! But by the time he called out, it was already too late. Toko's hand shot out toward the mask. And in the next instant, there was a blinding light and a deafening roar. The body blew up. It blew up, 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 it blew up. My vision started to darken. I prepared to pass out. But then...
Come on.
Hurry up, put out the fire! As my consciousness attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it! Okay. The upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Thankfully, that was enough to put out the fire. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning. I guess that took care of it. What the hell, man? It exploded!
What did you say?
Had a bad feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode. And now the body... It's burnt to a crisp! That's beyond well done, man! Don't compare it to a steak. I'll never be able to eat steak again. But now that the body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we gonna find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? Huh?
What?
If we consider who's not here, that will quickly narrow down who it must be. There's only one person missing. Kyoko. Kyoko? I don't think that's Kyoko. And that dead body is Kyoko? No, that can't be right. Calm down, I didn't say it was Kyoko. But I mean, who else? There is one other person.
In other words...
The mastermind. What? The mastermind?
What the heck?
Come on, there's no way the mastermind got Charborough. Get serious. I agree, normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering. But I have reason to believe it may be true. The mastermind being dead would explain the other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead, right?
But...
The corpse is a girl, right? It doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember what Alter Ego said? So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned this all out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now.
What the heck?
You said the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? Which the corpse obviously isn't. Then could that mean the mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair.
Huh?
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student at Hope's Peak.
What?
What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student here in the school. I mean, he kind of doesn't really have a choice anymore.
What?
I think you'd better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, that's number 6 on this scene.
Student, the one they call the Watch Out for her.
It sounded like Kyoko thinks Mukuro Ikusaba is the mastermind. No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right.
I see.
There's another student here, and it's a female, that would match the body's characteristics. And that phrase, the ultimate despair, it sounds super mastermindy, don't you think?
Could it be?
Okay, so the mastermind is this girl Mukuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair? But if she's been hiding here in the school like some teenage Bigfoot, how'd she wind up burnt to a crisp?
What the heck?
None of this makes any sense. To just suddenly show up and then die? I think we'd better take a closer look at the body. There may be some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is.
Ah!
Hey, wait!
What?
Are we forgetting something? You know, Kyoko?
What?
Oh yeah, she got totally blown up, huh? Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. Oh, she survived! Oh, she survived. What just happened, Master?
Stop talking.
You declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Oh, then never mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live.
What the heck?
This is the strangest back and forth I have ever seen. Okay, so she's alive. We should take a closer look at the body one more time.
So,
Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko, after all. Hold on, there's something on the ground there. There's something next to the body. It's a key? Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma? What did you steal? I stole this. A key? But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like Monokuma. It was probably the only key of its kind on Earth. That's right, the key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. And this key is...
What?
What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, this was on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? I don't know, but it's aesthetic, honestly. So even you don't know then? Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task. Huh?
I see.
That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean
So in other
the
words...
biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorm rooms on the 2nd floor. It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now. I don't see how this changes. This is... We've been his errand boy since chapter 2. It's fun. So where am I supposed to go? So let's try here. The data center. Boop, 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 beep, boop. Data center. The door fits. The door to the data center was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key, I'd found in the garden in the keyhole. It fits! Then this is the key to the data center. I managed to unlock the data center. I guess all that running around paid off. This was literally the first place we checked. I mean, the door fits, and, you know, the aesthetic key, like, looks kind of datey. I have to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden. So, you're back. How'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. Then we can get into the data center now?
I see.
Interesting. But why did the now deceased have that key on them? I suppose we'll just have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, I think you're right. I haven't said it 6 times! Here we are. Looks like the door is still unlocked. Hey, so, when you open the door, there's not gonna be another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have Makoto. What?
In other words,
It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. That's an absolute lie. I am just being used. I said I trust you. You now have an obligation to live up to that trust.
Okay.
It'll be fine. Makoto's on the job. Not that that's any kind of guarantee. Not a guarantee. No one has any faith in me whatsoever. I'm totally sure there won't be another kaboom. For serious. But just to be safe, I'm gonna go stand somewhere else. He says as he stays there. Mister, told you he trusts you? Master told you that? Don't let it go to your head. I am so not happy about any of this. Don't explode. I'm sick of things exploding. Reached out and put my hand on the door. Closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. Silent prayer. I slowly opened the door. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. Oh. In a word, the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms up till now are strange, but the room had a special kind of strangeness. This isn't just regular strangeness. This is advanced strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread.
What?
Hey, that's... Hiro extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms. Every part of the school was covered. This is...
what?
It's the direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room. And they're displayed here on these monitors.
So that's it.
So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? Then this room is
It's all clear now.
the Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The Mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here. We saw this at like one of the ends of the chapters. Watching us. Then I think this settled it. The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusaba. And she was the Mastermind. And the Mastermind is dead? Like, really, really dead? It would seem so. I feel like it's not gonna be that easy. For serious? It's too bad they only had to go and die before Master could kill them himself. The Mastermind is dead. Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? We still got one more chapter to go. Cause, I mean, that body... Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. So who was it that...
But...
If the Mastermind really is dead... That means we can find it and get out of this hole!
How about that?
We gotta hurry up and find the exit, come on!
That's enough.
No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. What about the exit? If the Mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the Mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the Mastermind was obviously murdered.
What?
Murdered? So you think so too, huh?
Naturally.
The static of the corpse makes it plain as day. There's absolutely no doubt. The Mastermind was murdered.
But
Why is it gonna be that way? I mean, who could have even done it?
Such ignorance.
That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the Mastermind.
I'm telling you.
Now do you understand you're useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again. The Mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the Mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here. Okay then, let us begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the Mastermind. Okay, lots to look at. I'm gonna talk to people first. I mean, I want to know why they were killed as much as the next guy, but I also really want to get out of here.
What's your
Hurry up and
problem?
find something for Master. Why was the Mastermind murdered? To figure that out, we need to find the identity and purpose of the Mastermind. Jeez, I can't believe how many monitors there are. My eyes are flickering as fast as they are. Okay, lots of stuff to see. Okay, this is weird. This is automatically weird. No matter when, no matter where, surveillance cameras are following her every move. I mean, they're absolutely everywhere. How many cameras does this place have, anyway? Why is there one in here? Inside the room with the camera feeds. It's really a ridiculous number of monitors here. I think it's a little weird, yeah. And the Mastermind's been using them all to spy on us. I mean, it's gonna be important, isn't it? They're not making a big deal out of it now, but it seems weird to me. As long as I have this. Huh? Look at Master go. It's like a piece for the eyes. How much is a monthly membership? This door's kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck. The door's locked, huh? What if you use the key that opened this room? Let's give it a try, just in case. Nope, no good. It won't even fit in the keyhole. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it. Worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. He is right. The Mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. So next is the computer. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs. Nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what? We can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in.
Huh?
What century are you from? The Mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network. An Alter Ego. You may well be right about that.
What?
But there's no point in thinking about it now. Right. So what's next? That thing. And I think that's the last one. Ancient laptop on which is super modern. Yeah, I thought about that too. Like, this computer can barely run games without issues. My tablet doesn't work on my computer without issues. There's nothing showing up on this one. Hey look, next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna?
how about that?
It is! It's just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we can watch TV? Did someone say TV?
You know?
Well, Saturday morning Hina's here. Are you talking about me?
Okay.
Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on, come on, come on.
You know?
Ah, you're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic and you'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what is he talking about?
You know?
Hmm.
Huh?
Oh. Oh. What's wrong? Goodies for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working. Really? No, we gotta do is switch it on.
What?
Then do it. Freaking idiot mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your get to the outside world.
What the heck?
They were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it. Huh? This is... It's the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it?
What the heck?
That's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird. You're weird. Weird in every way possible, and not just weird, just super weird.
But...
This TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how is it showing the camera feed?
Well...
Did you try changing the channel? Oh, good idea. Let's give that a try. Hero went through each channel one by one. But on every channel, it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
What the heck?
Is it broken or something?
Could it be...
No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some kind of weird setup. A trick? What kind of trick?
Actually...
I'm not sure, but... Huh? Huh?
Huh?
Woof! Huh?
What?
I gotta admit, that was pretty funny. Been a while, you friggin' bastards! Monokuma? How are you supposed to be dead? Me dead? Don't be freaking stupid.
What?
You're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course.
Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even! It's been like half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead all for this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now.
Well now.
And that's that.
Shing!
Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair all the future ahead of you. I want you to all have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going? No, we were supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. I mean, I can't tell if he's acting weird or he's just being Monokuma. He's already a loose cannon. How am I supposed to know he's acting weird? And besides,
Yep.
this life isn't all bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Are you serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
Well now.
Oh, from all that laughing, I guess I'll just get to the point now. The point?
Hey.
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind. Is Kyoko working Monokuma right now? But she'd have to be in here, which she isn't.
What the heck?
But I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed? Look at how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. That TV is absolutely without a doubt displaying the signal coming in on the antenna.
Huh?
But what does that mean? It's displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here.
Unbelievable.
You're so stupid, don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you.
Thrills,
This killing game is
thrills,
being broadcast
thrills.
live to the entire world! It's the most popular thing on TV. What?
Extreme!
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world! It's the most popular thing on TV. It doesn't matter how many times he says it, I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning. Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this? Hi nerd, you just got here, you missed a lot. I don't know what's going on anymore. I mean, there's that one quote from the beginning, where is it? It is quote... Let's go to Liberal Beast, Crappa Peppa. Butter, 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 the poop strange truth, it's quote 244. Well, no, not that. It's not 244. That's basically Phoenix Wright with a higher mortality rate. I know there's a quote here. Okay, it's 232. 232. Yep, that's it. That's it. I was trying to look through. We have a lot of quotes, and sometimes I do remove some just because they don't make sense or they aren't really funny or for various reasons. So sometimes the numbers do change around. It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow? The camera feed is being broadcast? No way, that's impossible. That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system. You know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. Are you being serious right now?
Of course.
I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean, my mind had begun to creak and groan. You should probably see a doctor about that, Makoto.
Hey,
Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries. Even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
What are you saying?
You're lying! If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
actually,
What if they already did? Huh?
yes, indeed.
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally, though, so whatever.
This can't be.
But to take control of all communications like that, you need an astronomical amount of resources. Yep, so how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. There's something you all need to do first, remember? What?
Of course.
Yeah, duh, that's the little business of...
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Huh? Class trial, do you mean?
It's the Monokuma file.
I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you've got, okay?
Heart-pounding excitement.
Okay, things are getting pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible. The truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long. Frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment? And how is he still alive?
I'm sick of
I
this.
thought that finally we could get out of here. So what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. Excellent observation, Byakuya. You really are living up to your name. What it means is that at this point, we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind Mukuro Ikusaba isn't dead. So naturally, that body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. There is no other possibility. The body is Kyoko's. Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we'd better begin.
But
if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer...
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no.
Huh?
But you just said...
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. There's a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works, after all. Why have I never heard this track before? Like, listen to that. Like, that's lit! That's lit! The body was covered with old wounds when they were at least several days old. Oh, the Kuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body. Could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. Then why haven't I heard it before? To uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime, back to the garden. It's best first-hand experience. Yep, hello, Boss05! Good to see you again. Welcome, welcome. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. Oh, you've been lurking for about 10 minutes? That's fine. We're lurker friendly here. Lurker. Fake nails. I thought that would be about the, like, tattoo on the back of her hand. What, are you in some kind of weird common moon cult? There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. So we got 4 places to check. Nerd, you get it, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. Nerd gets it. The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the bottom half is still dry. Great observation. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Exploded body, unmasked. Nick keeps saying final investigation. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt off. There's only one little piece left. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire and I dumped a bucket of water on it. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? Step away from the dead body? Yes, please. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said that the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, the knife... It looks really familiar. Wait, is this... That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There's just too many strange coincidences. Whoever this person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because... When they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife? And maybe then I... And if this really is Kyoko, if Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Hold on, I need to look at the Monokuma file again because I was freaking out about the music track, so I didn't see it. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. Was it their mask? But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Was it there? Where is there? So where does that body belong to? Or is I'm not gonna look? I don't want to faint anymore. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, you know, before it blew up? If I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks! That was a big help! Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better, too. So thank you, too. Body before the explosion. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after night coming began last night. Well, I was sick, so I slept all night. Why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Are we getting blamed for this again? Because I'm getting real tired of that. Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words,
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hira, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. Out of precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi? Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door, so... Where precisely were you? Telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so... That's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and...
Serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning and help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed to the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym, where everyone else was waiting. It took you half an hour to get there. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Toko, what time is it? When we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right. It had opened right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Oh, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. Whatever makes you feel better. When the body was found. So apparently there's more we have to look around for here? A Monokuma flower, huh? Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away. I'm surprised Hiro has lived this long, to be honest. Just to be sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the underside is totally clean and completely dry. You're the ones who will find you out. Which makes you wonder why Makoto and Byaki are alive. This is true. I mean, Makoto has plot invincibility. It's totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Tarp. That's the one thing in there that concerns me. This is Danganronpa, there is no plot armor, but he's the protagonist, so... I remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. I count 4 chickens! 4?
Yo!
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right?
Huh?
What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Ah! Oh, he's gonna go for the 4 is death thing. That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But
I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens here. What are we gonna do? Going for 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? And then this one. Do you remember how chicken? This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place. Okay, I think I've checked everything I need to in this area. Not done yet. There are others I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true... Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. The key to her room.
It's all clear now.
Well, simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity. Limit my options.
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if they'll let me borrow her room key. Your Honor, I would like to testify. Bok, bok, bok. Bok, bok, bok. No, that's a turkey. That's a turkey. Yes. I'm supposed to know where that clock goes, and I play this game once a week. Hey, Byakuya. If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it. Later, at the last trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect, after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. It's related to something that happened this chapter. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you. Or I may not. Come back later, huh? They don't show you enough of it to figure out where it came from, especially because the coloring is a bit wrong. It's related to something that happened this chapter. Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Is he talking about the murder classroom? I mean, we might as well look in there. Bok Bok Blue. Yeah, it's this one, isn't it? The map will show you important areas. Will it show me on this one? Not here. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It's...
Huh?
It's what? A bomb! There's one installed in every Monokuma robot on shore. A bomb! And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden. Oh, okay. It was the bomb. Why did they call it a piece of cloth? Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. Should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Okay, would not have gotten that. Would not have gotten that. I feel like they did. Unnecessarily obtuse? I don't know. I could be just making things up, but I swear they called it cloth. Ugh. Doubt anybody gets it. I mean, then again, I'm kind of dumb. I didn't get the 11307 either. So... You think you could go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Oh, wait for me! Byakuya walked off without a second glance. I hurried after him on a way to the dorms. 11037. Okay, look, I got the name. Look, I kind of reversed the name in my head. Okay? It's mirrored and upside down. Well, I knew the names, and I was trying to get that clue. I, even turned it over and looked at it a couple times like you look at calculator numbers, but I couldn't get, what the 1-1 was. I couldn't figure out what the 1-1 was supposed to be. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole. And it's open. Looks like it. Thanks. So this is Kyoko's room.
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here. Sorry. Regardless if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. What's this?
True.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it in here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. The plot chickens. The stream title is totally super accurate. I figured that the chickens were gonna come back. Well,
Interesting.
something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all there was in there. Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? Gee! But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? Found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class number 78, student registry. Mukuro Ikusawa.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusawa's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. It's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. I'll tell you, it was a kid. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. Made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusawa. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist, trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood, and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, While she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Fenrir, huh? The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then,
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Whoa, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero! It's you!
What?
What do you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found her profile? So what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. There's our omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organize and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey!
When you all first got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding? Are you saying...
In other words...
That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed!
The total number of students taking part in this game was actually 16. 16, then...
Mukuro Ikusawa,
Okay, we're
the
doing this
16th
again.
Student, the one watch out.
16th student, Mukuro Yusaba. She's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes, indeed!
Make sense?
Well, now...
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get. So I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. Seriously?
Hey!
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that's all you get. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars. Wait, so on the back of her hand... Tattoo. Wait, but no! Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. Which means... Those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. Trap?
Such.
God must really have hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said that there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules for the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said we wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to the case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case.
It's certainly
Perhaps
possible.
she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she kills someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer. She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I have changed my mind.
It's all clear.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other
Mukuro
words,
giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. But if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Okay. I know enough that Fenrir is a wolf. Fenrir is a wolf. The body had a tattoo of a dog on the back of their right hand. Now, I may have been doing far too much thinking about certain people with hand marks and cults lately, but it's come in handy here. Fenrir's a wolf. The tattoo is a wolf. So, unless Kyoko was part of Fenrir as well, well, yes? Fenrir is a wolf. Fenrir is a wolf. Let me find this. I know this is a thing. It's like a mythology thing. Cap at 10 foot. No, okay. Fenrir. The one I reblogged on the roleplay blog, yeah. Fenrir is a Fenrir is a monstrous wolf in Norse mythology. Fenrir is Fenrir is the father of the wolf skull and Hedi a son of Loki, and is foretold to kill the god Odin during the events of Ragnarok. So that's definitely a wolf. There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration.
what?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. It doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly
But if it is a
possible.
key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo. Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of an investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
Let's go.
Well, are you coming? Oh yeah, ironic that we find cult sigils on the back of hands and now a wolf that ate a god. Okay. Straw post. Okay, there it is. There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and the locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong, despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how can it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape. I think that's all the locker room has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very
It's
strange.
very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research. Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive had all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tensions within the group and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. If I knew that song from Doki Doki Literature Club. But I have not wanted to touch that with a 10-foot pole, so. The only reality. Are you sure about that? Because it seems like there's some multiverse shenanigans going on here. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields are much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be our last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. I think you mentioned it. The report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right, it said Fenrir is the wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir. Could that mean?
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. Okay. Well, I know the victim already. I think I can gather the killer from that. So, we're probably gonna go a little late because it is 9 o'clock. And we have a class trial. So, let's see what we can get done. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? It's been kind enough for you guys to go off together, just the two of you? What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brave yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Or what? Jesus. Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey,
I'm here, and no rule's been broken. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive? No, that's a ghost! Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. Shing! No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. But wait, she can't be the killer either because... Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. So it's a very long trial. We've still got... It's only been 2 hours though. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! Ah, so you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right, now we gotta deal with a ghost! I told you, stop talking!
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it at the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped in the elevator. Master, wait for me! Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled in the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. And when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important to everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. Kyoko's hair is long, I just noticed. We just stood there silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light permeated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Oh, wow, he remodeled again! I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Thrills!
Let's get on with the show!
Thrills!
And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial! Okay, not sure what to do here because apparently this class trial is especially long, but we still have 45 minutes. Memories float back, Kyoko is gone, and a mysterious masked body appears. The threads holding them all together begin to spin and twine into one. I mean, if I don't cut the class trial in half, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just end here? I don't know if I'm gonna be... I don't know if I'm gonna be allowed to do that. So I don't really know what else to do here. It's my stream, but I also, Gijon Breaker, I'm in a little bit of a weird situation in that my grandparents are the ones who have internet. So I haul all of my, like, equipment and stuff to their house, twice a week for this. And my mother has to drive me because I'm visually impaired and will never be able to drive. So I have to kind of rely on one of my parents to come get me. And this is basically my job, and they're like, well, you do your job, you have to do the work. So it's not really my decision entirely. It's a weird situation, I know. Like, I don't know if I should just play something else for the next 45 minutes, or... Oh, that's contact. Dang it, can't even join that. Alright. I'm gonna at least let her know. They cut the class trial in 2, and the next week you'll be like, I don't remember anything. Yeah, I don't want to cut that out either for, like, narrative purposes as well. I don't want to cut it for narrative reasons. Review all the info, then discuss what you think is going on. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm actually texting my ride right now, so also let's set skills. Steadies your aim a little, effective during the non-stop debate in the Hangman's Gambit. Okay. Okay, let's see. Also, I don't mean to make the situation sound worse than it is. It's more like it's just... It all makes sense in context. Yeah, it's just sort of like... It's a weird situation. And, you know, I want to get all my time out of this because people are driving me here. So. Alright. Write down everything. Think just go over next week. Oh, well, thank you for the 2 bits! I'm a 2-bit streamer. Alright, I'll go over this. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The explosion has burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition. The upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished. Because of this, The upper half was soaking wet while the bottom half remained dry. The body was wearing notably long fake nails. The body had a tattoo of a dog on the back of the right hand. There were bits of charred debris near the body. It should be noted that the bomb which had been removed from Monokuma in the gym had disappeared. It's hard to imagine these two events are unrelated. The sprinklers are programmed to come on every morning at 7:30, and the time is impossible to change. As such, it can assume that if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, it would have gotten wet. Alright, it's... Alright. Wait, did she like the check? Nerd. Hold on. I'm seeing. No, you didn't. Okay. Okay, 7:30, so it was after 7:30. 7 a.m., Makoto wakes to the morning announcement. 7:30, Makoto and Aoi arrive in the dining hall. 7:30 to 9, Makoto meets the others in the gym, and together they head to the headmaster's room. That took a while. 9 a.m., Toko is told to find the pickaxe in the garden when she discovers the body. And the knife found near the body was the same knife that was used to stab it before the explosion. It is also the same knife that Toko had given to Makoto for safekeeping, and the knife the masked assailant was holding when they attacked Makoto. So that's confirmed. I'll probably look at this again before next stream. Okay. Hold on, I'm just gonna sort of go over this. Just work in bed. Yeah, I'm sad because I could have joined that game, but I didn't realize that I was gonna have to stop here. Okay, tarp. The tarp was hidden among the other items in the tool shed. One side was wet and filthy with mud and grime. The other side was completely clean and dry. The number of chickens in the chicken coop has decreased from 5 to 4. Yasuhiro claims there were without a doubt 5 chickens just before nighttime just last night, and yet... Byakuya stated that there was no corpse in the garden just after nighttime last night, so it can be assumed the murder must have taken place sometime after that. Byakuya also said that he, Yasuhiro, Toko, and Aoi were at the gym the entire night, and none of them were alone at any point. Yeah, it's gonna end soon, nerd. I'm calling it here. Yeah, my ride's coming. Okay. The corpse had a mask covering its head and a white jacket covering the body. A knife had been thrust into the abdomen, and there were blood stains around the wounds. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground around the body. Mukuro Ikusaba, female, known as the Ultimate Soldier. She became Ben-obsessed with the military from a young age. She disappeared while on vacation in Europe and reappeared in Japan 3 years later. Apparently, every member of Fenrir gets a tattoo somewhere on their body to represent their membership in the group. Apparently, the killing game began with 16 participants, all students. It is assumed that Mukuro Ikusaba was the 16th student. Monokuma also revealed that the reason Kyoko wears gloves is to hide something she doesn't want anyone to see. The woodblock decoration was found in Kyoko's room. It looks like it's actually the key to one of the lockers in the dojo. A set of titanium arrows was found in a dojo locker. There appear to be 10 in total. Along with the arrows, there was also a wadded up ball of duct tape in the locker. The duct tape had traces of blood on it. It's assumed that this is related to the case, but nobody can imagine how. Kyoko used Monokuma's secret tool, which grants access to any room in the school, to sneak into the second floor of the dorms. This area seems to have no monitors or security cameras. Okay. So, basically what I know of this, I'm gonna tell you what I'm thinking here. I'm thinking the victim was, in fact, Mukuro Ikusaba. Kyoko is alive and with us. And the body also has the tattoo of a dog, or more accurately, a wolf, which is the representation of Fenrir, which Mukuro Ikusaba was part of. So I don't think there's much room to debate on that. I'm not entirely sure who killed her. I can't really be sure if it was any of us. Like, maybe it's gonna be something out there like the last trial was. Monokuma is also acting a little screwy. And was dead. People will find ways to debate. You're right, but I'm pretty sure it's... I'm pretty sure it's basically, like... That's probably what it's gonna start with, identifying the victim, because that's the easiest part of it. They even mentioned the Wolf of Ragnarok, so you don't have to, like, know this thing already. Your new trial brings an original wrinkle to the whole deal. Yeah, that's gonna definitely be the case. Yeah, so there's no real way I can tell anything outside of the, like anything after the, knife at the crime scene. None of that really makes any sense. The titanium arrows, the duct tape, the second floor of the dorms. I imagine more will come to light throughout this case. So, that's basically my thoughts on it, is that the victim is definitely Mukuro Ikusaba, and, we don't know who the killer is. If it even is any of us. What about the larger school mystery? I'm not entirely sure on that. The mastermind might be behind that Monokuma door. In the data center. And we still haven't gotten into the biolab or the headmaster's room. So that's still a thing to remember. But I'm not sure where that's going. Or how it relates to Mukuro Ikusaba. Though I know Mukuro is definitely involved in the bigger school mystery. Maybe the bloody classroom is... Maybe she's involved in the bloody classroom as well. We're definitely gonna find out something about Kyoko. Very soon, because she seems to be getting a lot of spotlight in this chapter. I don't know, I can't really predict anything because this game has blown all of my expectations out of the water so far, so... It's not very prudent of me to try and predict anything because that is invariably just going to be destroyed. This is a big Kyoko chapter. That's good. That's good. I like her. I like her a lot. A lot more than I did near the beginning. We're gonna open the handbook and save so I don't forget to do my skill. But yes, that's my story and I am sticking to it. Sorry to cut off early, but apparently it's for good reason. Very excited to see what happens in this trial. But, well, for now, I guess we're going. If you're not a part of it already, join our Discord. We have a lot of fun and games over there. Lots of fun and games over there. Memes, music, bunch of stuff. And I'm gonna host Blind Umpire, who's playing Final Fantasy again. Final Fantasy 14. And then I'm gonna be back on Thursday at 4 p.m. Central Time with I'm not sure what yet in the rotation. I mean, we've seen the death state doesn't like working on this computer, but yeah. But okay, we're gonna head out. So, thanks for coming. Thank you. Wow, my stream labels hasn't been up this whole time. That's how I check. That's how I check what everybody's done. But I thank King Captain for the resubscription. Fluff for the bits. King Captain for the bits as well. Nick for the host. Did I get it all? Did I get all that? I just like making sure I thank everybody because, you know, any bit of support actually means a whole lot to me, so. Come on. King Captain, Fluff for the bits, King Captain for the resub, and Nick for the host. Yeah, that's all. So for now, this is Paperlore Play signing off. See you around!